all game. So if that's what we have to do, of course we'd like to put longer drives together and get in the end zone. But if not, it's better than turning the ball over and down in our end zone. Down when we got our backs against the goal line and stuff like that. We'd rather just punt it out of there and fight again later on.
Are you glad the bye week's here? Is it a good time for it, or you want to keep playing?
I think it is what it is. I mean, this is when the bye week was scheduled, so that's how we had it down, and that's when we knew it would be. So I don't think there's any other way to think about it, and we'll treat it the same way we would treat another week, where we need to focus on improvement. Obviously, there's not an opponent to watch, but we have to focus on improvement and watch the film carefully and dissect it, because we have some time to get some things fixed in practice without having to put a lot of emphasis on a game plan, which happens very quick during a week.
Rick, can you talk about your starts this year? I mean, I think you're 8-9 about every game. What's the key there? Why is that?
I think the play calling from Coach O'Keefe's been very good at the beginning. I mean, not that it hasn't the whole game, but in the beginning, when you're starting off and you're trying to feel out a defense, there's certain things that can be risky, but he does a great job of balancing that risk with surefire passes. A lot of those were. I mean, they're short passes, they're dump downs. The checks are kind of built in, so we know where the checks are, and we're able to get the ball down the field if we want to. So I think that's kind of attributed to our fast start, and obviously the offensive line playing well at the beginning of games. That's huge for the fast start. I mean, that's pretty much the main key, is if the O-line can execute and get on their guys, and then the backs can get some holes and move up the field with the run game. That just does a great job for our passing game every single game.
I know you guys aren't scripting things totally, but there's some looseness there, and you guys have sort of a general group of plays. Is that kind of how it works?
I mean, we have our playbook, obviously, but when you get into a game week, you can shrink down formations. You kind of keep things open though, as best you can. You never want to say we're never going to run this, but there's certain formations that just don't work well against teams. They're just not a good idea to run that formation, so there's no point in doing it. So you kind of start there, and then from there you find what plays you think will be most effective against them, and then obviously you have to have the checks involved, and we all just try to get on the same page, and you can't rep everything out, so you have to do a great job with film of mentally getting reps when you're watching film and seeing what the plays might possibly, how they might open up, things we haven't worked on as much.
What does that feel like when you're like 9-10? What is it, in the zone type of thing?
It feels good, but at the same time, we just have to keep plugging away and not think that it's going to come naturally. I mean, you have to work for everything that you get, especially in this conference, especially against Penn State. So, we're happy that we were able to start fast somewhat, but there's still some things that we can do a lot better that would give us, even better starts and play better throughout the whole ball game.